All right. Welcome, everybody. Oh, let me put this down just a little bit. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Oof. Sorry. Let me see. Just trying to get everything set up, and then we'll get everything out of the way. Trying to see if I'm even live streaming. Okay, yeah, I am. Let's see. Forgive my character animation, just looking down at my phone and it looks weird. Hey Carol, welcome. Hey Iris. Oof. Ish. Ish. Let's see. I'm trying to get this whole thing. Live stream is up. Hold on, this is very loud in my ear. Okay, I'm back. All right, guys. Hey, settle down. Don't go crazy here. Come on, guys. Let's enjoy our day today. Well, that's too damn bad, Carol. That's just oh my god. I can't tell if okay. And then my election thing's gone. Okay. So, as requested by Esther several times and a couple other people I've seen in the comment section, we have a Q&A today. So you guys are free to ask me anything. I mean, normally you guys are always capable of asking any questions, but I guess we just decided to do a Q&A today. So if anybody wants to like get something out their mind that you guys wanted to ask me about me or my content or things that I'll be doing in the future, please feel free to ask me anything. Yeah, sure. What's up, Esther? Can I have your address? No. And credit. Yeah, so you as well as the 3 wacky numbers in the back, and social security numbers. No, that's not the type of Q&A that we're going for here. and hey, Ivory. Or is that Iris? No, that's Ivory. Wait, I can't even tell who's who anymore. But anyways, welcome. Glad to have everybody here. Are you and Kelly dating behind the scenes? No. he's my bro. And sometimes, you have to kiss the homies. No, just kidding. No, for any of you who are actually asking for realsies, no, I'm actually dating my bunny, Irene the Bean. She's the queen, keeping it green. But yes, let's see here. Where's my son? Darren's the only one I like. We ain't doing that today. Oh wait, I forgot the old signature combine wink. Ah. Ain't nothing wrong with kissing the homies. Hi, guess who's back? Oh my god, it's Amber. Hey, it's been a while. And you're actually here in time for Q&A. Oh, so here's a cool thing. I just got at 29,000 subscribers. We are 1,000 away from reaching 30,000 subscribers. And honestly, we are getting so close to like my first reality, because I always thought after receiving my first 1,000, I'm like, I want 50,000 so bad. And so we're more than halfway there. We're at 30,000 subscribers. We're getting so close to where we're to a new destination, to a new goal. And honestly, I would not have been even close to this if it wasn't for you guys. Honestly, you guys have made this whole journey so worth it. And I don't know where I'd even be without this. The funniest thing is that I would say mind you, we're also entering, I think, our third or fourth year anniversary. Is it third? I think it is our fourth year, right? I can't even tell anymore. I've been doing this for so long, and each time is just it's just this nice, wonderful feeling because I remember when I first started this, I didn't think I was gonna become anything. It was just gonna be like some idea. I was gonna get at least around 100 subscribers, but then I was gonna die off with like with no more content to do, no more inspiration. I wouldn't have been feeling it. So it's crazy that you guys have helped me build this community, and I don't know where I'd be without you. So I love you all, and thank you for giving me the inspiration, giving me the need to not only find something so passionate and loving, but also giving me a family. Because I don't think I'd have anything that I have today if it wasn't for you guys. So much has happened, like the fanfics, edits by me. Yeah, you guys are driving the community. I don't. It feels like I don't even have to try as hard as I used to. And mind you, I used to try so hard to like maintain the community, but it's like now, even when I'm taking a break, you guys are showing so much love and appreciation for my work, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. So it means the world to me. So thank you so much. We are so close to 30,000 subscribers, so I'm super psyched. Honestly, it is good. What? What the hell was that, Ivory? Oh wait, it is you, Iris. Damn it! Every time you say that, I immediately know who it is. Um, I I did watch the animation, and it meant to work to me. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But so if you guys have any questions, please ask away. Now that we got all the crazy sappy things away, and you know, Carol, we'll watch it. That's you, Ivory. You did the head, shoulders, knees, and toes. It's not that. No, it's not that. It's because then the problem is that if I show fan content on one end, I'm gonna have to show everybody's. And mind you, there is a whole list of things, and I'm not here to show any preference or favoritism. All of you guys put in an equal amount of work in this community, and I don't want to just be one or the other. But you will see. You guys would definitely see a what do you call it? Something at the end of this journey. Another tribute, because I like to do fan art tributes, because that's how I like to at least show my appreciation for you guys. I've always been I've been somewhat of a VTuber. This is my shadow character. But yes, I've always had this sort of character for a while now, actually. But yes, I'm a mixture of a lot of things. I'm an ASM artist. I am a somewhat of a VTuber. I wouldn't say I am fully a full-fledged VTuber, because I don't do what VTubers usually do. I'm a lot of things, but yes, I feel like I definitely grew with this channel. I know, right? It's been. We started, I think. I want to see when exactly was my first video, because I need to keep track of what do you call it? Of the anniversary date, because the anniversary is not based on when the channel started, but more so when my first video happened, because this channel is actually a lot older than it looks. Oh my god, I have so much. And normal isn't one of them. It's a game. Yes, I'm a gamer, I'm a VTuber, I sometimes make music. That would be cool too if Okay, so that it was 3 years ago, but let me see exactly the timestamp. October 6th of 2020. That means sometime by next week should be exactly when my we have to do an anniversary, but yes, I think next week or next week. I'm not sure. I'm horrible at math when it comes to dates, but our anniversary is coming up, and we got to do something. So October 6th, guys, is 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 that, and it was October 6th of 2020. So we're in 2024. Damn, 4 years have passed. You guys have been with me for 4 years. That's insane. Some of you were probably a lot younger when this channel started, and I can imagine that some of you just recently either yeah, I'm getting old. And I don't want to think about that. Ugh. I started this channel when I was 24. I'm 28 now. That's so crazy. I started this channel when I was 24. It's so weird. I'm, I joined August 12th of 2023. Space live streamed. 11, 20. Oh my god. Damn. How do you remember that? Holy shit. Holy shit. I got a 12-hour trip in a few days and I'm gonna cry. I may not be where I dreamt of being, but I know that I'm so much more farther than I originally was. And I know that it's partially due to the many breaks that I have. And I should take more interest in being a YouTuber, because I don't know, I love this. And I wouldn't have the things that I have if it wasn't for you guys. And Jesus Christ, the many things that we've all experienced together, the many lessons that also you guys showed me, because I wouldn't be as wise as I am if it wasn't for you guys, because you guys showed me to love myself. You guys showed me to take care of myself and be there for me. And I started this road and this journey with very little to my name and to my face and to my self-respect of love. I came in this with just like very little in mind. I really didn't care about it tomorrow. I didn't care about anything. I just had this. So I'm really happy to have you guys here along with me in this journey, because it's such a different like atmosphere compared to what I did, and I can't even imagine my life without this. Like this, it's crazy, because this is all I know at this point. It's like every Saturday, every Sunday, I have to do this, and every once in a while I have to make an ASMR video. And there's like a part of me that will always have this. And I know some people will probably think maybe one day I will retire, and maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe like I'll probably do this when I'm old and just talking to to people and reminiscing of myself. I would actually like to keep doing this until I'm old, where I have like a whole journey where people realize that there is hope for a second chance. Like I want to keep telling you guys how better my life is becoming. I want to like yeah. I don't want to I want to be able to like tell you about my grandchildren. I want to be able to tell you about my children. I want to be able to like just have like a point where I was young at age 24, and then probably when I'm 75 and I'm telling you like crazy stories like I always do, ranting all the time. I would love to do that. And I get to see all of you guys just growing old, and you guys are telling me about your lives. It's so close. I know it's weird. It's weird because I always think that Kaylee in some ways he's older than me because I don't know what it is. I always thought he was older than me, even when the first time we talked. I feel like I sound younger than a lot of people. Like I have like a mixture of sounding older and then sounding younger. It all depends, but also my sense of humor is very younger. How old is Kaylee? I don't I think he's 22. I think he's 22. But yeah, no, it's it's so crazy. Me and Kaylee are only 4 years apart. Is he 22? I always get confused with his age. Weasel, I think, is just slightly older than Kaylee. I don't even know. I know BMJ is probably the closest to my age. And that guy has a wife and kid. That is so crazy. BMJ is married, and supposedly, as Kaylee puts it, I'm older than BMJ. That is so crazy. I'm just thinking about all this. Okay, okay, we haven't even I haven't even answered one question since the Q&A started. So, go if you guys have any questions. If it's personal, the most that I would say is that the most I would say is just, it's probably too personal, but I won't be mad or offended like others are usually. Wait, where's my chat feed? There's supposed to be a chat feed that pops up. Where the hell is it? That's so weird. Oh, it's probably because I started off with like no internet. Whatever. It's not a big deal. You guys are there at the bottom. It just kind of bugs me now. Like it's bothering me. I don't know why it's bothering me, but it's bothering me. Wait, what's your question? That. Wait, what? I'm trying to. You asked a question. I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm older than you. Wait, I don't know who you guys are talking to. Talk to me. What do you? If you guys have any questions, please feel free. This is why sometimes, like, though, this is why I don't do Q&As anymore, unless it's like for a special event, because you guys already know who I am, and I feel like it would have been probably better if we just played Fallout Shelter instead today. Are you guys there? Hold on, wait. Let me see, because the chat literally stopped. I can't even tell. Oh, okay, you are there. Alright, so... Esther, you wanted a Q&A. Come on. I know you wanted to ask me several questions. It's like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm working on the edits. Well, I made this for you. I made this for you. Technically speaking, I mean, obviously, there are other people that asked, but I don't know why. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I kept getting asked over and over about a Q&A. And now there are no questions. It's like every time I'm so set up, I'm so psyched to answer like 1,000 questions. I get to there, and then there's like probably 2 questions, and then the rest of the stream is just me ranting like an old man. It's like, why do I even do it? And you would have like a whole. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't make any sense. You could just. Then you should have just asked for a Hangout live stream. That would have been better. A Hangout live stream isn't really dictated by anything. It could just be like anything that's kind of going on. A Q&A is like specifically like questions. Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing now. I guess. Hey, no name, welcome. Welcome to this boring live stream. Because I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Now we're all gonna be there. Hey, shut up, Carol. Shut up, Carol. I do gotta find a game. I'm thinking about like finding a community game. You know, something like Fallout Shelter, but like something more interesting, like because I like to be able to put our names into like games and shit. What can I find? Oh, actually, you know what? There is some sort of a story that I got. There is a story that I got to tell you guys about. Okay, so obviously you guys know I was in Tennessee the other day. I mean, the other week. I mean, I just came back from my week in Tennessee for my brother's birthday. And this was so horrible. Okay, so I had, on my way there, I had 2 beers and a mimosa. Now, for any of you who don't know what a mimosa is, it's basically champagne, but with orange juice. So I took that before the flight, and I guess as you are elevating up, and you're in a sort of, I, I, I would say, not of, I think a pressurized room, which is an airplane, as you're going up, it does something to your blood and the alcohol. And so it messed me up so much that I started getting dizzy. And as the lady is passing by, no, I didn't throw up, but it was much worse. Well, it wasn't worse. It was actually less, but people blew it out of proportion. So what happened was, okay, so the lady that was passing by, the waitress, the stewardess, I think that's what they're called. I asked her for an alcohol swab, to smell, because that's how I kind of pass a dizzy or a fainting spell. But they were like going back and forth, and mind you, I was losing my sense of focus on things because it's so hard to hold back, and my eyes are trying to like roll to the back of my head from the amount of discomfort I'm feeling. And so she gives me a regular napkin. It's like, no, 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 I need alcohol swabs. And she's like, oh, she's just looking around, and I'm like slowly losing focus and control, and I feel so bad, and I feel so embarrassed because I don't want to put people in a weird and awkward predicament. So I'm trying to focus and stay focused. And she finally gets the alcohol swab, but by that point it was too late because something happened to me. Something really weird happened to me. I've been dizzy before, and I had fainting spells before, but it was so weird because my eyesight started fading. Like I was getting so dizzy to the point where my eyesight faded. I couldn't see anything in front of me. Like everything just, I couldn't see, and my eyes were open, and I was literally, I lost vision for just like a bit, and it was so crazy. So everybody's like, wait, okay, you're welcome. I'm leaving. Please, good time for eat some chicken. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, so sorry, I don't know what was that. I'm trying to read what Devesia wrote. I'm sorry. I'm what? What are you so checking for? Okay, so back to the story, I guess. Um, so I lost consciousness, and my God, I was in so much discomfort, and it got even worse because then like the nurses, they like the stewardess called for a nurse. I'm like, guys, I'm fine. I'm having a little bit of an episode. Just I'll be fine. They put me on the floor to the airplane because nobody knows what's going on with me because they know that I lost eyesight, and everybody wanted to kind of help me, and I felt so embarrassed because I don't like people worrying about me. And so they lift up my shirt. I wish I can show you guys pictures of what happened. They lift up my shirt, and they put like these stickers all over me. And then they connected them to these wires because I guess they were doing the AED, the heart scan that you, those little weird medical things that you find in the walls of malls and things like that. and so they were like, you know, filling up my heart and everything. They were just like looking. I mean, they're just trying to find out what's wrong. I'm like saying, guys, I'm okay. I'm just dizzy. And mind you, I'm already starting to feel better because I was on the floor. My dizziness passed. And by that point, everybody's just seeing the discoloration in my face. They see that I'm like very ghostly looking now. Because when I get dizzy, what happens is that the skin, I mean, not my skin, the color of my face is gone. And I start sweating so much bullets. I'm sweating bullets. But that's the good part where it's finally fade and I'm finally just coming back to reality. I can see again. And I'm trying to stand up and they put this here's what happens. I'm trying to get up and they put like, you know, that the thing that falls off the airplane seats, the little oxygen masks. They put that in my face. And I'm like, guys, I'm good. I'm good. He's like, yeah, no, we know you're good, but you're going to have to sit there now. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm good. And they grab a needle and they're like, I can tell these are new nurses because the first time they put it in, my arm started squirting out blood. And then they jabbed the second time and it's so painful. This is not something that I'm used to. Mind you, I'm holding still because it's like, well, they're going to do what they're going to do anyways. I guess they're following some sort of procedure on me. They're doing some sort of procedure on me. And there's like 5 nurses running over me in the airplane hallway. Like, they're just jumping over me, trying to get supplies from the back, going back down. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm good. I just needed alcohol. I'm completely fine. It's like, no, you're not. And we just need to make sure that you're okay. So... so I'm just like freaking out because now my mom's looking at me. I'm on the floor and I'm like, maybe something did happen. I'm being gaslit into thinking that I'm dying. So I look at my mom and I'm like, what happened? What happened? Is everything okay? And then this nurse oversells it, saying, oh my God, he's so white as a ghost. And I'm like, I'm okay. Okay. I'm so scared now because they just made me believe at this point that there is something wrong with me, even though I feel physically fine after that incident. And I'm trying to get back up, and I'm trying to talk to my mom. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? And they put the gas mask, the oxygen mask back in my face, and I can't even talk. They don't want me to talk at this point. They put 4 bags of saline into me, which is the IV, because that's what they did. They injected like a bag of saline, but they shot like they stabbed me 3 times with the needle, and I'm just like I'm just getting so confused. This is like a situation for something that doesn't require this, but I was just dizzy. And everybody's like, oh my God, everybody's looking at me. I'm on the floor. I have wires all over me and attached to me with the AED device with emergencies, and I'm looking like a dying person on the floor. And I'm just okay. I get up, they get me up, and they have me sit lay down on the like mind you, I got 3 seats to myself, which I say that's the most comfortable I've ever been in an airplane. So, and by the time they see me getting up, and he's like, "Oh, okay, we're glad he's doing a little bit better now," and the entire airplane is clapping like, "Woo, yeah!" I'm turning red now because I'm embarrassed. Because I don't know what's going on, and I see like the entire airplane clapping, like I just survived some horrible disaster, and it's like it wasn't a big deal. And I think those 5 nurses just wanted a student to test on. That's really what was going on. so so I'm waiting there, and I hear them like talking to someone once we landed, saying we're gonna have to bring the paramedics in, and I'm like, please, I just want to walk out of this airplane. So the paramedics come in with a wheelchair. Guys, I'm an able-bodied person. I can walk. I was just dizzy for 2 minutes, and I was trying to get up ever since. So I get up, and they're like, no, sit down in the wheelchair. We're gonna take care of you. I'm like, I'm already well taken care of. If you guys can just please remove the IV bag from my arm, it would be nice. He's like, no, we just gotta make sure. So they're wheelchairing me out. And it just got worse because then people are clapping up again. They don't know that I've been okay for so long. And they're like, yeah, ooh, he's okay, yeah, oh my god, he's okay. And you guys can ask my girlfriend too, because I have pictures of me getting in the back of an ambulance truck. It wasn't even that serious. I got in the back of an ambulance truck. They emergency hauled me to an ER room. I mean, not an ER, but like an emergency hospital or something. They just dropped me off there, and then they did another blood test, which actually made me dizzy from the amount of things that was happening to me. And there was a lot of waiting. My mom finally came around and picked me up from the hospital, and then that's when my vacation started. So that's exactly what happened. That was the beginning of my trip just to hang out with my brother. They did a heart scan. I mean, CAT scan of my heart, and I'm like, I'm okay. I was just dizzy. So that's the story of me being I don't know how all that happened. And that was like the basis, because now my brother and Steve, for the record, Steve's a real person. The silent J is just, I mean, I put a J in front of Steve, but Steve's a real person, and we love Steve. Steve is like, our extra brother, like our brother from another mother. He comes with us. He goes wherever we go. He's awesome, and we love him. And so he's a bit of a silly character. So I decided to whenever I think of like a close friend or a brother type companion, I always think of Steve, and I put the J in front of it. So I say the J silent. But Steve doesn't actually know that he is a big part of this community. Well, actually, no, I did tell him about it, and he laughs. And I tell him about the stories about his character in Shadow of War, kicking ass, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my guy." Yeah. So, Steve, if you're ever watching this, man, we love you, and I'm glad that you're part of our family. But yeah, but his in-channel name is Steve with the J silent. So yes, that's the story. Hey, Maddie. Okay, so what's your question, Esther? Oh, Jebediah Combine. I do. He's your real person. Hello, Combine. Hello. Yep, Steve's a real person. Mind you, he grew up in a very rough place, but he is the most sweetest and most nicest individual you will ever meet. But guy is built like he can crush he can crush anybody, but he can't even hurt a fly. Like there's just something so off about him, but he's awesome. Really, I dum dum. Oh, are you talking about Jebediah Combine? Jebediah Combine. He is a. Whew, let me tell you about a story about Jebediah Combine. If Kaylee or Weezer told you to come to me and ask me about that, I'll tell you the true story about Jebediah Combine. See, that guy's dangerous, but he likes to make people safe at the same time. See, he goes around a couple gasoline stations drinking diesel. He's quite the character, but nobody stops him. He's dangerous in all the ways. Sometimes he ransacks the city of all their their oils and their diesels because he's a bit of a drinker when it comes to that. So yeah, that's let me tell you a story. Yeah, that's the story of Jeff. I know the hell out of Weezer and Kaylee with that story, and they know that the moment the moment I tell them anything about, let me tell you a story. It's a whole ransack of improvised storytelling, of false cousins and uncles of the Combine lineage. That's the whole point. It's just a crazy old man telling stories. Contra Combine. And I'm not even closely country. I'm Hispanic. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. It's funny because me, Kaylee, and we like to use country voices, but he's native, and I'm Hispanic, so we have no reason to be using those voices. We just do it. BMJ is actually probably the only person that probably could do it. Actually, I didn't even know BMJ's background. He's probably just as much as a diverse background as we are. We probably don't even know it. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, no, my lineage is a bit more confusing than just being Hispanic. I'm direct descendant of Cubans, but beyond that, because most of my family from both sides are basically just drifters. I mean, I take pride in being Cuban from several sides of my family, but there's Spain as well in my blood. I have a bit of what do you call it? I have Chinese in my blood. I'm mostly Arabic, and it's a lot of different stuff. What else? What else? Okay, so actually I'll go in order. From my dad's side, of his mom is Chinese. His dad is Arabic. From my mom's side, she's French. Like her parents are French, Cuban, and Spain descendants. So we're a bunch of drifters. Like, and we finally stopped here. I'm pretty much half the world at this point. But yeah, that's me. It's hard to say what am I at this point, because there is no pure percentage based on my blood. So to say that I'm one race or the other would be very, very confusing. Oui, pee pee. Let me see your pee pee. So yeah, I'm part European, but I'm also part Chinese. Oui, pee pee. Oui, pee pee. I always wanted to learn. There are some languages that I've always wanted to learn, but I wanted to also like. Well, what are some of the languages that? Because I wanted to learn Japanese, I wanted to learn French. I couldn't get around to it. I'm poor at focus because I just procrastinate a lot. So I only know how to speak English and Spanish, and Spanish is just very. Oh, I've regained most of my Spanish back. That would be cool if I could learn Dutch. I don't know. I think I could be part German too. I'm not sure. Like I said, we're drifters, so it's really hard to say what race I'm at. I just put Hispanic because that's the closest that I'll ever get to like knowing what the hell am I. But I'm very Spanish because I'm also Spain and Cuban through most of it. But it's still it's very muddled and diluted to what the hell am I. Should I just speak Spanish or at least try to speak Spanish throughout the whole thing? Just to be annoying. My Spanish is actually almost cut in half. I mean, I know more than I can speak. That's the funny thing. Bueno, yo trato de hablar español, pero yo no pienso y tiene mucha inteligencia para hablar esa lengua. Pero sí, es una otra cosa. Y todo el tiempo yo estaba tratando porque todas mis personas ahí a la plomería, porque yo trabajaba de plomería mucho y todo el mundo en mi compañía habla español. Y yo soy la única persona de no hablar mucho español. Pero yo entiendo más que yo puedo hablar y yo trato muchos días. Pero sí. Sí. Pero todo el mundo se llama yo un gringo. Y todavía yo no. Yo, yo quiero tratar de hablar más español, pero yo soy muy cansado. Y cuando. Ahora yo estoy cansado, yo no tengo todo mi lengua ahora. Toda cosa en mi cabeza no está ahí. So yeah, that's my Spanish. It's my Spanish. I, no, I'm not. I was actually just talking about me working out in the field with my father's company. No, but I love my coworkers because they sound very foul mouthed individuals, and they would always bother the hell out of me. Mind you, I look like this somewhat clean and calm individual, and then you have my workers like just screaming up a storm, and then they start. They're not great influences either, because they'll just start saying, "Oye, tú quieres fumar?" And I'm like, no, I don't want to smoke. I'm working. I don't smoke at all. He said, pero coño, ponte atención. They just start screaming. They sound so nasty. They sound like they've been smoking for years. But I guess that's what like working out there does to you. I hope I never become that like that. Oye, pero cojones. They always scream like that. I'm trying not to say my name too, cause like I'm at the verge of saying my name by accident, cause they say my name constantly before they say a horrible phrase. That's why like it's not sounding right, or as hilarious as it's intended to be, because part of it is that the fact that they use my name. Hey, Eclipsa. Oh, but that was funny though, because sometimes like I'm a everybody associates me with suave y con cuidado, meaning careful and gently. That's the terminology that I use a lot because when you're working out there in the field, sometimes these people will go too crazy and they can break something. So they always mock me with the same phrase I use, which is suave y con cuidado. And then they'll say, oye, pero suave y con cuidado. They'll just laugh at me because I'm just careful. But it's like it's construction, and we're gonna have to go back there and fix it anyways. So yeah, that's my Spanish is a lot of screaming. And it's funny too because in Spanish you can say like a lot of uh, offensive slurs, but they don't mean anything in Spanish. Like that's the funniest thing. like like you could say a lot of offensive slurs in Spanish, but they have no actual value because Spanish in itself is a very prideful and a very passionate sort of language. So it's kind of like it's how you say it rather than what is being said. And so it's crazy. Like you have no idea what Spanish people are essentially saying, but it can be a little bit outlandish sometimes. But I love it because they also speak with a lot of love too. Like you can go to a you can go to a stand where they're selling food, and they'll just talk to you. They'll use words like mi amor or mi hijo mi hija, and that usually essentially means mi amor means my love. Mi corazón también also means love. But they also use a lot of what do you call it? Hijo and hija means my son, my daughter, and these are people that you could just meet off the streets, but they'll treat you and talk to you like you're already family to them, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. So yeah, we may have sometimes the grossest language, but we definitely do have the most heartfelt and passionate conversations. Yo, I've been a fan for so long. Come by, and I have a question. What's your question? Calypso. But yeah. So you guys have heard at least the extent of how well I can truly speak Spanish. Con cuidado. Can YouTube be like a main job? Yeah. Uh, Especially I've done the taxes for being a YouTuber. So yeah, no, it's definitely a huge possibility to do YouTubing as a job, and I want to do it. And if I were to ever get paid enough for this, I'd quit my main job and just do this instead. I'd love to be a YouTuber full time, and just live stream as much as possible and just talk to you guys. That'd be nice. But I should be more focused onto it though. Like if I want to. We're not playing Fallout Chatter. So I can't give you uppies. Oh wait, let me see how Castle's Elder Scrolls is doing. That's the game I want to change. Let me see Castles. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please ask me. So, because it is a Q&A, and I'd greatly appreciate it. I love answering questions. Yeah, that's also another thing. It's a passion project, and that's what I do. Sometimes I get like $100 every other month, possibly. It all depends as to how much I get donated or how much money I make. Cause the least that I can make is $100. Like once $100 has been accumulated, I'll get it the next following month, depending on the date that it is. Like it has to be before the 6th, otherwise I don't. It'll lead up to the next month type of thing. So yeah, YouTube kind of handles some of the stuff that I do. Like it'll help me pay off some things. Plus, it's like a nice little lunch and things in here and there. So it helps me a lot while I'm trying to like pay off the major bills. Well, it's more so gonna be like I'm gonna accumulate it per beat. You know how songs have rhythms and they'll have like, you know, like beats. I usually do what is when songs are like cycling through thousands of beats. I'll do that. I don't just like do like a 5 second per each picture. If you see my tributes, I kind of just like shuffle through them, and sometimes I have to like elongate them sometimes because I didn't have enough to fill the void. But every time I make a tribute, it takes longer than before, and it's like ugh. But it's so worth it because it's like this is like work that you guys did for me, so it's only right that I put in the work for you guys. Because I like doing like exuding the same energy that you guys have done for me, and it means a lot to me. You're my community, and I really do love you guys. I am gonna have to cut this live stream short because I could see that there's wait, but YouTube is kind of stressful mainly because of hate and trying to meet YouTube standards. It's my issue with YouTube is that it's trying to understand your own. Like, it's easy to make views once you realize how the algorithm works, but sometimes YouTube will try to fight you on certain things. Like my best videos have been kind of somewhat limited demonetization. Like not totally, but it kind of like stops me sometimes, and I'll try to like get to where I'm going, and it exhausts me when I'm like fighting an uphill battle. Um, you also have to like do a lot of dodging for copyright strikes and things like that. And you also have to like also be careful of the audience. The audience can be a little bit crazy. And I'm not referring to you guys, but I am referring to like you have to be wary of what you're saying. Because even though you might mean well, people will not think you mean well. And you have to sort of always put yourself in the light. Like the first 2 years of me being a YouTuber was painful. I almost got into several cancel issue fights because there are people that just want to use what they know about you and try to gain some favoritism and sort of try to feed off of you when really you guys know me. I like to build people up and I like to give people the opportunity, but sometimes like people will try to treat you like you're God, and not in the right way either. Like they'll try to treat you like you're God in the sense that you are held accountable for everything they think of. Like you are supposed to be perfect through and through, and if you don't do things perfectly, sometimes you can fall into this place because people think that you know exactly what you mean. But how many times have we all said something and don't mean it in that type of way? And I'm not saying that I've said any sort of slurs or concepts, but it's like it's so hard to navigate around certain subjects because I'm so afraid that people will think that I'm, as an example, let's say I I hinted at it, and then people say, "Oh my God, Combine's a racist," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just said that as a joke." And so you can't really, you have to use the right-hearted tone for joking. And there's some types of humor that I would like to go back to, because mind you, my humor back then was a little bit more adult sort of concepts. And mind you, my content has never been for children. But that's another thing. People think that I'm trying to pertain to children. And I always said it from the beginning. My content has never been for children. And people are like, "Well, why do you have an audience of following of children?" I'm like, I cannot control who enters it, but they very well damn know that I don't condone them being here, but I am here with them. And I'm not going to just turn them away. You obviously know the risk. Just like if you were to watch a movie or a show, you have an advisory. And there was a time where someone claimed that I am trying to be some sort of pedophile and trying to only and trying to submit all these messages and sexual content on ASMR, saying that, oh, these are for children. Like, no, these are for adults. These are for people who are capable of dating and having this type of mindset. I'm not trying to pertain to children. My streams may have probably the most following of children, but if you look at my demographics, they're only they're mostly adults ranging from 24 and up. It's actually the most crazy and ironic thing. Maybe it's just people pretending that they're a lot older than they are, and maybe my content is filled with a bunch of children. I don't know, but I'm not pretending to them, and I definitely don't want them to follow in some of the steps that I'm promoting here, because that's not what my content is about. There is an underlying message throughout my content, and that is second chances, and I want people to feel comfortable, but I'm not going to turn them away either. I want people to, because here's the thing, abuse never has an age restriction. And that's the true fact about life, is that you come to my content, you see the message that I'm portraying, and who am I to tell you that your situation is not tailored to what I'm trying to show? I just speak mainly about abuse, and also about love, and about second chances, and about happiness, and about finding yourself. But there are times, yes, where I derail a little bit, and I have like little fictional stories about love. But even then, it's hinted with the many messages of what I'm trying to speak of when it comes to love and abuse and happiness. And it's about second chances, really. Every single video of mine has always been hinted at that concept, because even my most nastiest character, like the bullies and these, you can sort of see a light of wanting to feel human. These bullies are usually, these characters that I create, they're never perfect. I'll never make an angel. For any of you who want me to create a character that is perfect, I'm sorry, I cannot do that, because I myself don't understand what it's like to be perfect. I'm human, and I have very human emotions and concepts. And while I do believe that we can be better, people are not going to relate to a perfect character. Like I can't make an angel, I can't make a godly being. I can't make these perfected characters that will look down on the viewer. No, my characters are meant to look equal to the viewer. Even if they have a more dominant character, you will start to see like a soft side in each and every one of them. I'd probably do Castiel, because Castiel is far from being perfect, and he's actually a character that many times proves that he wants to be closer to humans and humanity. And so you start to see a divide between his obligations and his love. And that is actually a perfect character. Believe it or not, Castiel would be a perfect character for me to do, because he's not perfect at all, even though he is an angel. And that's what I would do, like a very flawed angel that makes him good. Because I think it's our imperfections that allows us to be stronger. That's the true truth in all that, is that the reason why I advocate for so much imperfections is because well, it's not our greatest qualities that makes us good. It's it's the challenges that we have in our daily life that challenges us and shows us that we can be better. There are many obstacles in our ways, and yet there are so many times that we could choose to walk away. We could choose to use what we have to harm others, but instead we use it instead to be closer to one another. And that is the true essence of love and kindness, is what we use with our abilities. Because with and I know this is a stupid thing to say, but I love it. It's with great power comes great responsibility. And so we're challenged every day with who we are. And it's how we use it to make that second chance for ourselves. We're not always going to make the right decisions. We may not always do things right, but we're trying. And you shouldn't be judged by just one incident in your life or the other, but it's holding yourself accountable that also makes you better. And I think if we show each other enough love throughout the day, if we show each other enough respect and kindness, and show that we are capable of having that love in our hearts, we will get to where we're going. But it's with time. You're not perfect. Nobody is. But I think that's what makes you amazing, is that despite your flaws, you are always trying and striving to be better. So yes, that's my ideology of my content and how hard it is to be a YouTuber, and what the message that I've always tried to convey. People will always not see things the way you want them to, but you're trying. We're all trying. And maybe we'll get past this whole cancel culture bullshit. Maybe we'll get past all these people that just want to judge people for not understanding what they intend or what they mean or how they think. But that's not for anybody to decide but you. The internet is filled with many lies and many things, but it's like, who are you to judge? I mean, how many times have you failed people? That doesn't mean that you should suffer for it, but that also just doesn't mean that you should be judging people just because there are some that are less fortunate than you. And I always hate people that judge people out of turn. Like, you're no better than anybody else. That's why I never, if there's ever an opportunity for someone to be happy, I mean for someone to turn a new leaf, I'm not going to deny them. Yeah, sure, I'll hold the memory of what they did, but I'm not going to deny the fact that they can choose to be better. Because just like me, I want the opportunity to have a second chance. We are looking for that second chance because it's what we give to ourselves as well. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. I get so comfortable around you guys. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. I keep rambling like an old man. EP Combine. I love you. I wonder what my girlfriend's up to. Yep, I'm old. Can you imagine me like 75 still doing this? I'd probably look crazy. Probably be bald by then. Probably be bald. I'm actually growing out my emo hair. Well, I guess I gotta end the live stream. I mean, you're never allowed to retire. What? But I want to. Wait. Well, I guess if you guys want me to stay. No. Oh, no. Well, nobody's asking me questions. I want questions. This is a Q&A. But either way, it is. I got a long week ahead of me, and I will be making content, and I definitely got to answer all the comments that have built up for the last few months. But don't worry about it. More content will follow, and I hope you all know that I love you so much. Oh my God, you came in right as I'm leaving. Jesus. Kaylee-kun. Damn it. Kaylee. Yep. No, you can't make me stay. You can't make me stay. How is everybody doing, Kaylee? Wait, I have a question. What's your question? You have to. I own you. No, you don't. You bastard. Oof. That's something from a long time ago. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I think I made my character. What is it called? It was this. I can't remember. And it was so important, and I'm gonna have to remember it too, because I'm probably gonna have to make a new one. But it was on this YouTube video. I'm trying to remember to how, like, fuck, why can't I remember it? No, I'm gonna need to remember it. I know that I use VTuber Maker, but that's not the only thing that I use. I use hold on, let me put this down for just a second. I use VTuber Maker, VTuber Editor, because you also need to do edits to sort of port your character into that. And then, what do you call it? It was some sort of VTuber software called V something. But not, or Z. Actually, I think it was, it was something Z, but you get to make your own character, and then you turn it alive by using VTuber Editor. You can use a lot of engine softwares that are basically for free. My character was for free. I didn't have to pay anything to make this guy. VTuber Editor would just bring him to life, and then VTuber Maker will sort of just create the setting that I'm using right now. So just remember at least the two. There's other places that you can find. There's many places where you can find to create it, but to animate it and to have the setting that I'm using, you have to use VTuber Editor to make it alive, which is a one-time process, and then VTuber Maker to, to do what I'm doing right now, which is that. But I would need to go through the information, really, but it'll take me a while to find everything. Anyways, guys, it has been good. I love you all. I'm glad to have you here. You all always make my day, and we're so close to 30,000 subscribers. Stay beautiful. Stay the best that you can be, and above all else, stay awesome.